Okay, so I can't exactly remember what I did or didn't show, but we have got the electric water pump in, put the carburetor on, headers are installed, our new drive shaft, which we got from PST, that's from the US. Yeah, fuel pump's installed. We're just chipping away, trying to get her back in. We still have to put the distributor in. We need to get a harmonic balancer bolt. That's just mocked up. But we're pretty close to firing. Get the harmonic balancer from down here. So that bolt was put in. This is it's just too long. I had blower belts on before, so we got to get a new one. So here we are. We are close. Running a power wire right from the battery up to some relays so I can run the electric fan and the pump. Got a coolant in it and a rad hooked up. I'm waiting for a bracket to run the throttle linkage. That will work, but I don't like the looks of it. And then we're just going to tidy up all the wiring. Let's get to it. Okay, so put her to TDC. We're going to drop the distributor in, hook the wires up, and we're going to fire it. Make sure it runs, because I'm going to put in that switch panel after. But I want to make sure that it'll run first, just like it used to. Bump it.
It's past.
And we're past.
It's past about like what is that? 30 degrees.
Okay, so yep, I would say we're there. Yep. We're in. You wanna?
I'm just gonna go just get to the mark and we'll see if it looks not too bad.
Yep. Bump it. Bump it. Bump it.
You see the word mark?
We're past. We're not right.
No, we're not quite there yet. Still gotta go a bit more.
Yeah, that's one though, so we're 2 through. Oh, we're just past. We're just past. Okay. No, we're should be good. That's 6. Oh baby.
Needs 45.
This is 45. We did it before. Mine's all clipped in.
That's backwards, right? Spark plug or no?
What?
Yeah, that's backwards. You get the wrong end on.
Well, I was gonna see if you could read it. Obviously, they didn't make them that way. It is in park.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna have to run the throttle, right? pressure. It's good. It fires. It's good enough so I can. Oh yeah, real nice copper gaskets. Huh? Real nice copper gaskets. Like how bad? Thought the whole point of the copper gasket was to be that, all that, and then some. So we've always started the car, and we have decided, took the glove box panel off, and I have made a new panel. It's going to sit right there, and then we've manipulated this panel. Oops, let's get her in. So it fits nice, and that's going to sit right there, and we get it riveted. So really, I didn't show it at all because it's been time consuming, and I really didn't know how to go about it. 6-inch tubing, gave her a little love. Took this part, put it in the vise, gave it some love. Gonna scuff it, paint it, and put it in. But I'm really happy with how that turned out. Okay, we've been sitting here for a little bit, and like I showed you all the fitting and everything. So now we're thinking we are going to, so all the gauges used to sit underneath with those brackets or whatever underneath. So we took all that down. We know we are going to end up putting 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just gonna get the smaller ones, and that'll look pretty good. It'll be in the dash, and it'll, once it's painted black. I know the lighting is terrible in here, but anyways, once we get this painted black and installed, it'll look like it should be sitting in this dash, and it'll be pretty happy with it. So we will get those holes sawed, we'll get this painted, we'll get this riveted in, and we'll start wiring this back up. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. Just gonna hit her with some high build primer, and then we're gonna paint it and start installing it. But not too bad for a couple farm boys with a couple hammers. I guess while we're letting paint dry, this is my buddy Jeremiah's 1970 Riviera. This was one of the motors that was on the dyno. We put her in on the weekend. I'm not going to show any of that because that was supposed to be a day of fun, so there was a lot of beers involved. But maybe we'll get out for a ride in it before we end the video. Out driving the Riv. Just floats along. She's a nice driving car. Okay, well, let's get back to 55 Chevy. So there is where we're at. Turned out not too bad. We were going to do some modifications here this winter. So I pre-fit this in the car, and as you can see with the curvature, so I tried to silicone this because I had to tilt it and point up, and I couldn't tighten it up. So I'm going to use it in the car for now, because if I want to tilt it more or less, if I want to straighten this one out, I need to get a piece of aluminum tubing to stick in here, so it'll actually the piece of tubing would stick out pretty much like that, and this will have to fit in it. But I want to use it first. I've already spent enough time on this for right now, and I don't know if I'll be happy with it or not. I'm happy with how it looks, actually. Like, it looks pretty sweet. We're waiting for one more gauge. This gauge fits in properly with the screw. And then we'll be able to turn everything on, turn everything off. It actually fits pretty nice in the contour in the car. So tomorrow, this is actually the next day already, from what you were seeing yesterday. So tomorrow I'm waiting for my AEM gauge. So right now I am still just tidying up wiring. So we got my power in to my relays. I got to get my relay. I got to get this wire over to where my switches go. But I've had enough for wiring for right now. So we're going to install this bad boy. So it is just touching, and that's not good. So we're going to pull these studs out. These come with spacers. We'll space this higher and tighten it. So we'll get to that. There we have it. Little excessively long, but linkage is looking good. Yep. Fantastic. Okay. I think the next thing is I'm going to go run my signal wires into the car and get that ready for tomorrow. And I think you guys will see me tomorrow, and hopefully we can get this girl rumba. That'd be good. See you in a moment. Back again. So I'm gonna get some coolant in it. I'm gonna test my fan and my electric water pump. Should be able to start it right shortly. And clean up some wiring over on that side. Waiting for the rad hose. Yeah. Yep, it works. That's good. Have to get my gauge cluster up in where it should be. But we're just about done. We're just about ready to hit the straight. Oh, this seat sounds sassy. Love it. A little pressure. Got water. It's actually staying really cool. Been idling for like, I I'll say 8 to 10 minutes now. It's working good. What are we at? Okay, we get this thing buttoned up and let's get on the road. So there we have it, the gauge cluster. Happy with how it turned out. Now from up here though, you can't quite see because of the sun, I can hardly read these two gauges. So this is technically going to be a prototype, and this winter I will remake this panel. And I'm going to put some 2-inch pieces of pipe so these will come out actually straight. So I'll still be able to read them, and I'll kind of give it an interesting look on the dash. But this is definitely going to work for right now. Ignition, fuel pump, fans, water pump, AEM gauge. Oil pressure is good. Water temp does work. The voltmeter works. This is not hooked to the exhaust yet, but it will be. Anyways, I am happy with how all that turned out. It's time to clean up this mess. We're gonna get the hood on. I think it's time to go for a rip in this baby. I am excited, so let's clean this area up. behind us and ahead of us. She is at 180 now. Traffic is brutal. proper shifter linkage.
That's why I set the rotor low for now.
That worked all right.
Doesn't look as good as it used to, but
Well, that is a horsepower issue, not a... Yeah. Well, there we have it. For the first voyage, I worked out pretty good. Obviously, missed some shifts. Shouldn't do that with an automatic, but... so there's a 480 LE in it. I explained before, there's a Turbo 400. There's a different shifting pattern for that B&M shifter. We used to have the proper plate. We've lost it. We really need it, because that's gonna be no good. But we'll get some more video of this baby going. We're gonna get to the track. A couple odds and ends. I need to wait for my link to come from here to here, so I get my belt a little bit tighter. Yeah. Then we will put a different chip in it. I got to get the tack working. There's still just a little bit left to do. Well, there's always something to do to this baby. So anyways, make sure you like and subscribe. That was great. Have a good one. Peace.